So I wanted to show you guys my updated UTV for the property. I did sell the 2016 Polaris Ranger 900 XP a few months ago. Considering how hot the market is for anything used with low hours on it, I was able to get $3,500 more than what I paid for it 6 years ago. Obviously that does not include some of the upgrades that I put on it, but I thought it was a great deal, which I put down on this. Which the flip side of a hot market is, as everyone knows, you can't really negotiate on a new unit, which I could not on this. And this is a 2022 and a half Can-Am Defender HD10 Limited. So it comes from the factory with the HVAC, air conditioning, heat, a lot of the goodies on it that the Ranger did not have. Its equivalent would obviously be the Polaris North Star, which I did compare. There are quite a few videos online which can be pulled up to show the comparisons. I liked what the Can-Am had to offer. There's definitely pros and cons to both, and you could easily pull those up. It's quite a bit bigger than the Ranger is. It's about 600 pounds heavier, roughly 5 inches wider, 6 inches longer. With the extra weight of the cab system on it, I am going to add some heavier springs as this rides really, really plush. And then when I put on that Boss V plow, which I did transfer over to this because it's an incredible plowing machine. To have the UTV and the plow on that smaller Boss V plow has been fantastic for the last 6 years. I did add some aftermarket lighting, backup lights, fog lights, rear LED lights when I'm plowing snow, a street legal kit from Corbin Custom Works, turn signal kit, which is sequential, hazard lights, horn, illuminated license plate. I did have this out on the trail one time. I've only had it a very short time, so I think I have 2 hours on it, maybe 3. It was 90 degrees out. The AC worked incredibly well. They're coming from the factory, pretty much like an automotive AC now, rather than an aftermarket thought. The doors are updated for Can-Am. They had a door that stood out almost 2 inches, and it looked like an aftermarket thought. It did fine in terms of keeping the elements out, but now they've kind of matched what Polaris has been doing with body colored paint, flush mounting doors, great sealing kit now. This is the backup flush mount light from Rigid. Just a little bit of fabrication, but that fit right in that slot where the reflector was at, and it's extremely bright at night. Same thing with the pod lights. The pod lights are from Cool Light, which is a newer, at least new to me, online LED website that I ordered the pod lights from on the front. You can switch the lights either to yellow or white. Yellow does a little bit better, piercing through the snow, and it's not as reflective. There's definitely some things that they could have done better from the factory, considering how much you're paying for it. But like everything, there's usually an aftermarket solution for it if you want to pay for it. So the front lights, there are the pod lights. The plow for the Boss has only about 1 inch of clearance on the back side because the brush guard on these Defenders stick out so far, but it does clear. It squats the front end about the same as it did on the Ranger. So I did go ahead and order a set for the front and back of S3 springs. I think it's from S3 Power Sports. They should be here next week. Should be a pretty easy install. So once we have our first snow of the year, I'll have the plow on, post a video to see how this works out. I had 0 issues with the Ranger in 6 years. No issues with the belt wearing, no issues with the front end, the brakes, nothing. So I'm hoping for the same worry-free deal with this. I did buy the extended warranty because there's so much involved with this. The electronics are going to be the biggest thing, and the HVAC. I do not want to have to pay for that out of pocket. So I had to go ahead and eat a warranty on it, which I thought made the most sense. So we'll get everything posted once the first snow flies and see how this works out. By then the new springs will be on it. I'll have a few more hours on the machine. And I'll have a nice heated cab for the first time when it's 5 degrees out and I'm pushing snow with the kids. So they have wanted to come out and do some more riding around the UTV when I push snow, but it's been a little cold for small kids. So it should be a fun winter. If you have any questions, let me know regarding the aftermarket accessories or about the machine in general. Thanks for watching.